On the screen, you can see a very bad example of a recommendation letter. So, recommendation letters are required when you are applying for scholarships abroad for master's and PhD, and they are very essential component of your application. You could be required to submit a recommendation at maybe an earlier stage of your application or at maybe a letter like after round one or round two. So normally it's about 10 to 15% weightage for the score in total, and then it's like what I think personally about recommendation letters is it's a pass or fail kind of. You get a zero for this like score for the recommendation, or you get the full marks for recommendation. So what you see on a screen, it's a very bad example. It's a very short, very roughly written, um, and like not a very customized or personal letter, I would say. And especially in age of ChatGPT, even if like your professor is writing your essay, it's very likely that the text is just coming from AI. And again, the AI generated text is detectable, but like on top of that, they're not going to check the recommendation for AI like generation stuff, but they're gonna definitely gonna see if the letter is generic or is it customized. Now, in my case, all my life, I've tried my level best to make sure that all of my recommendation letters, whoever is writing those, are customized. So whenever I request my professors to write a recommendation letter for them, I give them full information of the program I'm applying for, the timeline I'm applying, like the timeline of the program, and when do I want it. I give them proper email addresses and all, and I also let them know. For example, I'm a very diverse person. I am an electrical engineer by background. Then I did a master's in energy systems engineering. Then I did a second master's in marine plastics abatement. And then I'm doing my PhD in engineering now. And throughout my academic journey, I have done lots and lots of different courses and trainings, maybe some related to sustainability, some related to engineering, and some related to leadership. Now, not everything is required all the time. Even I have made different versions of my CVs. So for example, if I'm applying for a leadership program, I would only show them my leadership activities and my leadership background. So I would, when I'm asking for a recommendation letter for such a program, I would send my professor and I request them, can you please mention about my this and that experience which was relevant to this program. For example, I recently remember I applied for a competition which was about engineering in a very particular field of engineering, and I had done a very specific training related to it. So when I asked my supervisor, I told them, okay, you remember I did the training and this is very relevant to this program. Can you please write about that as well in this recommendation? So the moral of this is try to make your recommendation letters as customized as possible, because that way, like one thing becomes clear that the professors have written the recommendation letters um specifically for you. They've taken time out for it, and if it's like, even if it's like on a scale of good, better, best, if it's just a good, you're gonna get 15 marks. It doesn't have to be best. It doesn't have to, like, you don't have to spend a lot of time, or like even your supervisor doesn't have to spend a lot of time on it, but it has to be customized. It is not, it cannot be a generic recommendation letter, because generic recommendation letters will help you a lot to get disqualified. Thank you so much.